Just one more episode, just one more reel, just a little time, just for me. Look at this. It's 11:30 p.m. and I'm still not in bed. I know my alarm will go off at 6 a.m. and I'll wake up tired all over again. Does this happen to you too? You've spent the whole day taking care of everyone else's needs, your boss, clients, kids, family. By the time night comes, it feels like these last few hours are the only ones that truly belong to you. And for this tiny slice of freedom, you sacrifice your sleep. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Seeda Kadri, a U.S. board-certified psychiatrist, and today I'm going to talk about revenge bedtime procrastination. Revenge bedtime procrastination is not some fancy psychological buzzword. It's your brain's direct reaction to feeling like you have no control over your time. Just think about it. When you're working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, as happens in many places, when exactly do you get to be you? All day long, we move like robots, finishing tasks on time, meeting expectations, but the moment our work ends, the child inside us starts stomping their feet. That inner voice says, "No, I'm not going to sleep this early. I deserve at least 1 hour to do what I want." That's RBP. You're stealing back control over the hours of your own life, even if you have to hurt yourself to do it. Understanding this is really important. We know we should be sleeping, but we stay awake anyway. In psychology, this is called the intention-behavior gap. Our intention to sleep and our behavior staying up start moving in opposite directions, and the impact isn't just feeling tired. A large study found that during COVID, sleep problems increased in almost 40% of people. That tells us that when stress and loss of control rise, RBP becomes a very common reaction. Now let's look at how RBP attacks your body. It weakens your memory and your ability to make decisions. It lowers your immunity and can raise your blood pressure. It pulls you closer to depression and anxiety, meaning the very stress you're trying to escape by staying up actually grows stronger. The truth is, the freedom you get by sacrificing sleep comes at a very high price. Now, let's look at the methods you can use to gain control over your bedtime procrastination. We're not robots. We need breaks. Here are 5 practical steps that can help you break this pattern and win your sleep back. Just like this. 1. Schedule your me time during the day. The only way to end the revenge at night is to claim your time in the day. Block 15 minutes for a walk during lunch or 30 minutes of no work, no phone time right after the kids go to bed. Actually put it on your calendar, 30 minutes, my time. When you give yourself something during the day, you don't have to steal it from your sleep at night. 2. Create a slow down routine. Just like we slowly press the brakes to stop a car, your brain also needs a gradual slowdown. Start a no-screen zone about 1 hour before your bedtime. Take a warm shower, do 10 minutes of meditation, or read a light book. These small actions send a signal to your brain. The battle is over. It's rest time now. 3. Manage your chemistry. Say no to caffeine after 4 p.m. Alcohol doesn't calm your sleep, it breaks it. It might help you fall asleep faster, but it ruins your sleep quality. If you're waking up tired, take a hard look at your evening drinks. 4. Keep digital devices out of the bed. We all know it's hard, but stop taking your phone to bed. Blue light blocks your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. Don't stop your own brain from putting you to sleep naturally. 5. When it feels too hard, ask for help. If RBP is coming along with symptoms of anxiety or depression, and even your daily tasks feel heavy, talk to someone. Speaking with a therapist can be the first and most important step toward taking control of your life back. Now the decision is yours. RBP makes us feel like we're getting away with something, but in reality, we're trapping ourselves. What will your next step be? Will you try, just for today, to leave your phone in the living room and go to bed 30 minutes earlier? We hope you've understood bedtime procrastination clearly, and I truly hope that from today, you'll start trying to change this habit. If you like this video, please hit like and make sure to share it with others. Thank you.